Farming Simulator, and today we're going to have a look at honey production. Let's roll the intro and get to work. Specifically, I want to have a look at the honey production mod. This was released by Switty003 in April. I'm going to compare it to the same size beehive and see which one produces the most honey. And then probably use that information going forwards in how I play the game. So let's have a look at the mod first. If I'm vaguely organized, so if we go into the honey production mod, we have the bee pallet. So you have to buy the bees. It uses one bee to produce 50 liters of honey. And then in construction, the animals and bees, we have the lizard honey production. So it's based on the large beehive, and that's what we're going to compare. So if we put one of these down, and I forgot to buy the land. Let's place one of these beehives down. We're going to put one of these down, which is £19,000, dollars or euros. And then we will place down one of the base game equivalents, which is also £19,000. And then we need the pallet spawner for that. So we'll just put that there. So we need to get some bees into the honey production, but you can see it's pretty standard. I've got the drop-off point for the bees here, pallet spawner here, and then the production point here. And then, like most productions, you can pick between storing, selling, distributing. Storing will spawn pallets and then store the honey for you. As you can see, it's one bee produces 50 liters of honey. So let's put some bees in because the other one is up and running already. So if we go into pallets and roll across, we buy our pallets of bees. We'll put in a couple of pallets of them. You can pick these up by hand. They only weigh 80 kilos. I actually do have super strength on for this video so that I can move all of the honey pallets that are produced around easily. If we go across here, that's our beehive full, so we will activate the production. And then over here we have nothing yet. So what I'm going to do is basically let these run for a month. So we'll skip ahead to September and we'll compare how much honey the two have produced. So it's September, and you can see we have produced a few pallets of honey, and let's just have a look in here now. So we've produced about 6,000 litres of honey in total with the two pallets that we have, and we've used about 120 litres of bees. The production runs 120 cycles a month, and each cycle uses a bee and produces 50 litres of honey, and the production can store 50,000 litres of honey, so you're pretty good for you want to leave it running. And you could also obviously set this to distributing if you were using another production that had honey as an input, or you could set it to selling if you wanted to sell it directly. You take a bit of a hit on how much you earn off of that. But if we just put super strength back on, so we can make space for the pallet to spawn, we can compare how much honey we've got from this one versus this. I mean, we have one 400 litre pallet here with about another 100 litres. So there should be another pallet spawning in a second in here. So we'll get one pallet plus a partial pallet in the month from this one versus lots of pallets. I'm just going to make a space for the pallets to all spawn so we can do a quick comparison. But yeah, if you want to produce honey and you want to produce lots of honey, then maybe consider checking out the honey production from Switty003. I will put a link in the description below. But you can see this thing produces a lot more honey. It does mean you're going to be handling a lot of honey pallets, and but maybe you could get trailer. I don't think it's set up for you, a trailer full of honey, but get yourself a honey tanker. But you could certainly set it to just direct sell maybe, and you could probably make quite a nice bit of passive income off this then. So still a couple more pallets to spawn, and we've got our partial pallet here. So yeah, we got 485 litres of honey versus about 6,000 litres of honey. It's quite different. Sorry, 485 versus about 6,000. Let me have one more pallet to spawn. But yeah, I think you get the idea. It's really cool, and as I said, because it's a production, you can set this to distributing or selling, which would make life much easier if you were running a map with a lot of productions, or if you're on console. I believe it's on console. It is on console. It's on all platforms. If you didn't want to have to deal with pallets, because of the pallet limit, which has just increased, but it's still not particularly high on console, this would be a way of doing honey without having to deal with the pallets. Whilst I'm stacking these up, I will just say thank you to the channel members. As you're scrolling past on the screen, your support is very much appreciated. If you would like to support the channel, you can use the join button down below. And if you found this video vaguely useful or entertaining, you could click the like button or leave me a comment. And I'll try not to hit the microphone, so I can edit that out. I think this gives you a bit of an idea of just how much more honey this produces. I have no idea how much honey a real beehive would produce in a month. If I can find that information easily, maybe I can stick that on the screen when I do the edit. It definitely feels like it is more of a way of generating money, and I definitely think I will be using this option on my future Let's Play series. I've just put some beehives on my Compton Let's Play, and I'm kind of wishing that now I had done these, although without super strength that is going to be a lot of pallets to handle. So yeah, 14 pallets, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 pallets versus 1 1/4 pallets. Yep, definitely check it out, and thanks for watching, folks, and I'll catch you next time on FS22.